This woman is the reincarnation of Anne Frank. And guess what? She has proof. So this is Karlén Barbro. And from the age of 2 years of age, she kept repeating, "My name is Anne, my name is Anne." And her mum and dad would be like, "Oh no, your name is not Anne, it's Karlén." And she would keep doing this on repeat for years. She was doing it all the time, and eventually as she got older and she was able to speak more frequently, she would say that her name is Anne Frank. And they were like, "Anne Frank? Tell us more, actually." And she would go into detail about how her parents are going to come back for her. She's living in a place in Amsterdam, and she knows exactly where she lives. She knows the room that she stayed in. And they finally started to take notice of what she was saying. So Karlén is now 10 years of age, and she's still going on about Anne Frank. So her dad gets fed up at this stage and is like, "Right, time to put this to the test now. Is she really in reincarnation of Anne Frank? Because this is going on years." He was fed up at this stage. So we decided to create a little test. So he brought his daughter, Karlén, on holiday to Amsterdam. And when he got there, he was like, "Do you know what? We're going to get a taxi to Anne Frank's house and you can show me things because I have a few tests to see would you realise certain things." So she's like, "No, Dad, we won't get a taxi. We can walk. I know exactly where it is to Anne Frank's house from here." And he's like, "Really? Okay, lead the way." And sure enough, she led them all the way to Anne Frank's house by foot, right? That wasn't all. When he got in there, she started telling the tour guide that, "No, this wall was here. There's pictures missing here and there's pictures missing there." And the tour guide was like, "No, no, 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 you're wrong." Going back and forth so much that the tour guide called in somebody else who was a more experienced tour guide. And he was like, "You are not going to believe this. She is talking about pictures that were there originally, like before the public even knew. How does she know this?" And the tour guide actually went pale because he was in so much shock, because he was like, "How does this little girl know all of this information?" So at this stage, her dad was like, "You know what? I give up. Okay, you're the reincarnation of Anne Frank." And the final icing on the cake, Karlén was put in contact with Anne Frank's distant relatives. And they were so skeptical because they had heard all the crazy, the noise with Anne Frank, and they were expecting, something crazy. But when they sat down and spoke with Karlén, they were fully convinced that she was the reincarnation of Anne Frank, because she said things that were so intimate and personal that only Anne Frank would know. Wow.